TN Local 24 in high definition. This is Local Memphis Live. Now, here's your host, Amy Sparopoulos.
Good morning and welcome to a terrific Tuesday right here on Local Memphis Live, featuring food, fashion, and furry friends. This morning, we have got a great show for you. Take a look. 14-year-old Mid-South chef Logan Guloff is here to talk about his first book that just hit stands. Oh my gosh, we're so excited, and it might just be the first of a series for this amazing chef who's blazing a trail for other youngsters here and across the country. And we'll tell you how to sizzle with the latest summertime styles and latest and greatest in fashion wear. Plus, we'll take you live to Collierville Animal Services. It's kitten season today. We're featuring kittens in need of a new loving home. All right, but first, our next guest just started shipping out his first books, his first round of books, complete with a foreword written by superstar actress Jessica Biel, recently named in Time Magazine's 30 Most Influential Teenagers list. He has been named as the greatest Southern chef that is working among others in our community and across the country. Welcome this morning, Chef Logan. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being with us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
This is so exciting. I mean, look, and I love this. He actually brought his some of the drawings.
Actually some of the concept art right there.
Some of the concept art that you did.
And that actually, I'm terrible at drawing, so I had to team up with this great artist.
But the great art, this is the interesting story. And welcome, by the way. He's going to be cooking up. Tell us this dish.
So right now I've got some stir-fry shrimp, so I'm going to take my veggies. Just got a nice medley.
Yes.
I also have some apricots in here, and they're really delicious.
Apricots? That's interesting, Chef.
So now I'm adding those in. Just going to give that a minute. You know, just trying to heat up the veggies first since they take a lot longer to cook.
Now, why apricots? I've never heard of that.
I just really wanted like that, deliciousness that a balance of apricots brings, and a balance of fruit. Because that's one of the things that a lot of people forget, is a lot of balance of using sweet flavors in their savory dishes.
I would have never thought of that.
That's
See, we always get a lot of ideas when it's amazing to me that at 11 years old, your career started on national television.
Well, it started a long time before that.
I was going to say, you would actually say that it started about 2 is when you started cooking?
But it's been 2 to now, and I just have this great book. It's just out.
Thrilled.
And that's actually one of the things that you can learn inside, is there's a story part, and then there's a little graphic part. So there's like me, and then there's like graphic me, and then I have a little team of people around me.
Look at that. And how thrilling is it for you to know that Jessica Biel wrote the foreword?
I mean, that's just incredible, because I mean, I asked her, and I didn't really think that she was actually going to like say yes. But then, of course...
Isn't that that's so interesting? So you really didn't? You didn't know what she was going to say?
No, I really didn't know. And I just thought, you know, what could be cooler than having her write a foreword?
Absolutely. And you got some other words from some other great greats that have influenced you. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, I also have a message from Graham Elliott and a little quote on the back cover from Eric Kuplo, the chef at Universal Studios Hollywood. Wow. And lots of good stuff going there. It's just really incredible. And there's me, the chef, and that's Cindy Tan. She's the artist.
And she's from Indonesia?
She is from Indonesia. She lives in Indonesia, and we kind of connected over social media. It's a small world now, and I just came together with this wonderful book.
Yeah, and this is not like your ordinary, I mean, it's not a cookbook per se, although it does list some great recipes, some chef notes and things like that.
I really tried to focus more on teaching you how to think of food like I do, and how to create food like I do. And that's one of the things, that you can have the best recipe in the world, but if you have someone that doesn't like an ingredient, per se, onions, I hate onions, but if there's like an ingredient in there that you just don't like, well, then what are you going to do?
Then it's no
good.
You
can't mess with the recipe at all. So I really tried to teach you more of the fundamentals of cooking, and more of how to think like a chef, and to take your cooking skills to the next level, and then ultimately take it to the chef quality.
Yeah, and you have done that so well, because you're not only, I mean, you're working on so many things. You're working on setting up a signing for your book, of course. Also, something interesting that you've been doing at Rhodes College.
I actually have my first kind of YouTube series coming out. I decided, you know, it's time to really focus on YouTube. And I just thought, you know, it'd be really cool if I did a whole series on the history of food.
Right.
Because it's one of the things, like, you never really...
I'll stir one.
All right, you can stir.
Yeah.
But
I feel like some of your good qualities can maybe come off on me, and maybe I can cook this for my family at dinner time tonight?
It's pretty simple. Just got to get those Asian
What were
spices.
the sauces you put in there?
I had yuzu, I had ponzu, soy sauce, the chili garlic sauce, and one other sauce in there.
Look at that.
Yep.
Can you see that? Oh my gosh, that's so nice. And the apricot just adds the perfect flavoring to that. And we've got a finished dish right over here. Now, what do you call this? Is it a saute?
This is just like a stir-fried shrimp.
Yum.
Shrimp stir-fried.
And it's over black rice?
Yep, over black rice. Trying to bring a certain level of sophistication and elegance.
Well, I was going to say, I've never had that before. So that's very interesting.
Yep. And I kind of teach stir-fry in the book, and there's a lot of other great stuff. And, you know, it was just the most fun because I thought, well, how could I make my cookbook kind of match my personality and match how I like to cook?
Yeah.
And so I had to come up with this totally new, innovative design, concept, just so much thought of just oh my gosh, I got to get this right because
I love it.
You know, it's just one of those things that you got to make sure that your first book is really inspirational.
And I think you definitely hit the mark. Tell us where people can get it.
All right, you can get it at loganschefnotes.com.
Let's pop that up right there. There it is,
it's right there. It's $19.95 plus, of course, tax and whatever. But yeah, it's really fun. I'm also gonna have it at the Memphis Eats Festival.
Oh yeah, that's coming up. That's right.
I'll be selling it somewhere else. I'll do a book signing, hopefully at Burke's Books.
Okay.
Gotta cross my fingers on that one.
Yes, me too. Me too.
And yeah, you can also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff. It's all Logan Jr. Chef. And believe it or not, I have over 200,000 Facebook followers. Right?
What?
Yeah.
200? You know what? That doesn't surprise me, and I do believe it. I do believe it because being named in Life and Style magazine, you were just featured in that, by the way, and Time magazine's most influential people. My brother-in-law in St. Louis, when I had you on last time, he said, "Oh my gosh, could you just tell him I love him, I follow him, I cook his dishes." So you're admired by many, my friend. So
thank you so much.
Thank you for spending some time with us. Again, pick up his book right now. He is on Instagram, he's on Facebook, he's on Twitter. He has his own website, and his book is absolutely fabulous, and it might just be the first of a series, right?
Yes, it's a series, and I'm writing book 2. I just got to get that, stroke of brilliance, that creative lightning to hit me again.
I love it. I love it. Well, you are fabulous. It's always so great to have you, Chef. Thank you so much for being with us. Coming up, the only thing hotter than summer is Lane Bryant's semi-annual sale. We'll show you what they've got on sale and where you can get it after the break.